And Grayson, well, you've got quite a bit of visitors listed of what's going on, and Baylor going heavy in 2024 here in the coming weeks. What stands out to you? Who stands out to you in the 2024 list the most of somebody who's about ready to go?
Yeah, so I mean, I guess this is just such an interesting day because they've really focused on the 2024 class. There's a ton of visitors on campus today, and so I think you're seeing this trend at the end of May because in June there's going to be this huge surge of official visits for the 2023 class. So I think they're just trying to get a head start here with 2024. Now, there's probably four guys that I would consider four-star prospects on campus. Clemens, wide receiver Freddie Dubose. I mean, this is a guy who's going to have offers from all over the country. Already has Arizona State, Arkansas, Houston, TCU, Texas type offers. Elite track athlete. Didn't get to play the entire season because of injury, and he's still a consensus top 150 player in the country, and that's because he has a 21.5 200 meter. Was in the state championships for triple jump as well as he jumped 47 feet. So he's an elite athlete, has a chance to be the best wide receiver in the state for the 2024 class. And then kind of looking at a few others, on the offensive line, I think it's going to be really important for Baylor to really make a huge dent in the 2024 class on the offensive line. And the reason I say that is because while there are good prospects in the 2023 class for the offensive line in the state of Texas, it's not as talented and not as deep as the 2024 class is. So Frisco Reedy, offensive lineman Max Anderson, his brother Nate Anderson was a big-time prospect who committed to Oklahoma a few years ago. He's a Sooner right now and was a guy that Baylor recruited heavily. But Max is probably just as good, if not better, than Nate. He's bigger. He's 6'5", 275 pounds already. That was something his brother really struggled with early on during his recruitment was weight. Max is not going to have that problem. He already has offers from A&M, LSU, Michigan State, Ole Miss. But he's a guy that's built a great relationship with Eric Mateos in the early going. And he's got a really, really good friend out of Richland Hills High School, Daniel Cruz, another 2024 offensive lineman. And Baylor was his first offer actually back in April of 2021. So both of those guys are really close. They're on a visit together, which I think is a positive for Baylor. And they're two guys that are absolute priorities for the 2024 class.
So, Grayson, for those fans who don't follow recruiting closely, kind of lay out the calendar for us right now. When you're referring to visits right now, are those just guys visiting unofficially, those guys in town for a certain reason? And as far as the camps kind of go, can you kind of just set the table for the folks over what's happening now and coming up over the next several weeks?
Right. So this is 2024 class, guys. So these are all unofficial visits right now. They're not able to take official visits until next year. So the calendar turns over. So that's kind of where you're at with 2024. Camp season starts in June. So Baylor has camps pretty much every weekend in June except for the first weekend and then one at the end of July. That will be primarily for 2023 and 2024 prospects, but you also see some young guys there as well from the area and from out of the state as Baylor tries to evaluate guys. And then on the Baylor side of things, which is obviously unique to every single school, Baylor has three official visits coming up in June, and that's specifically for the 2023 class. I suspect they'll probably have maybe one other one later on in the cycle, kind of maybe in December or before the second signing day. So yeah, that's kind of where Baylor's at right now. Obviously during the season, there'll be a lot of unofficial visitors. But yeah, this summer, this June is going to be really important for the recruiting side of things for this Baylor program.